I mean, if you got a clip in the arrangement view, you want to put it in the session view, all you got to do is drag and drop and then adjust the start and end points in the clip view. So it's a lot like a sampler in that way, but it's unique in that it works with this arrangement view. So I want to keep this like real simple. So I load up the sound, made sure it was warped, turn my looping on, turn on global record, start my sequencer. Everything I do is going to be recorded in the arrangement view, including tempo changes. So let's just record a tempo change, because that's a little slow. So I'm going to speed it up to like 135, something like that. I'm going to move my loop brackets around. Just get a little funky, I don't know. So everything that I'm doing is recorded here in the arrangement view. If I zoom out, you can see everything I did was recorded, including the tempo change. A little red dot appears that indicates that we've got automation recorded in the arrangement view. And here's all the slices. And that was just my movements around. So real fast and great way to just like cut around a song and keep it all in tempo. Just, you know, if you're ever stuck for ideas, just get everything synced up to tempo, move stuff around, record the output, and then you can go in here in the arrangement view. Like I was showing you, you find this part that you like a lot in particular, you know, just highlight this 1-bar loop. It's all these different cut-up clips. But if I Command J or edit consolidate, it'll take all those cut-up clips and make it one clip. Now I can drag this over here to the session view. Just got to turn looping on to make it loop. So we've got this loop, we can do whatever we want with it.
Consolidating is similar to Apple R in Pro Tools, when you just highlight a small section in Pro Tools and then you can save that as a in your region.
Same exact thing. For whatever reason, it's Apple J on here, but you're just consolidating these individual clips into one. Do you have a question?
Yeah, I have a question. I bought one of those MPK-25 to use with that. How do you go by assigning those to the pads? Because, you know, I like to kind of get the swing, the old feel, the MPC feel, you know. Kind of.
So that's what I do, actually. I have one of these. I've got the Akai MPD-24, though, so they just feel so good, and I've come from an MPC background.
Okay.
I sold my MPC to get this laptop, and like I was missing that workflow. And you kind of missed the drum racks stuff we got into, but drum racks are like a virtual MPC inside of Live. And it's so simple to map any MIDI controller into Live. All you really need to do is go up to Preferences, make sure that you go to your MIDI tab, make sure that your device is on here, that it's showing up in the MIDI port. If it's a USB device like that Akai, you just plug it in and it'll show up down here. And then just make sure that the MIDI port, the input, is lit up for track and remote control. So that's a good distinction, that it's kind of worded funny in the manual. When track is on, that is turning on the ability of that MIDI controller to play instruments and devices that are in individual tracks. So if you wanted to play a virtual drum racks instrument that we were talking about, or operator, or some native instrument synth, and you want to play that as a keyboard or a drum sampler with your MIDI controller, you need to make sure that track is on. That's feeding the MIDI information to the individual tracks. Remote is the ability to remote control different aspects of the session view and the workflow aspect of everything. So if I wanted to assign this fader to control this fader here, I need to have the remote control turn